right, here we go. This is the first game of the semifinals between Kifire and Kifire and Farley in the PMS H2O Diamond Masters Grandmasters number 12. This will be a best of 3 series. Protoss versus Zerg, starting on MLG Xel'Naga Caverns.
Alright, and it looks like our Zerg player, Farley, is going to be spawning in the top right corner here on MLG's version of Xel'Naga Caverns, while Kifire, our red Protoss, is going to be spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup, little series here. Good luck, have fun, well-mannered Kifire as always. Good luck, good luck.
Alright, so once again we do have the H2O pro player, H2O Kifire here, making his way through the ranks, trying to secure his, I think, 3rd tournament victory for the weeklies, I believe. Or how many has he won already?
I think he said if he won, this would actually be his 5th.
Okay. And Farley here is not actually a part of Rats. Apparently that is a team that is disbanded. So we will call him Farley. Nor is he Chris Farley. So. But yeah, so Kifire, yeah, I mean, I know there was one point where it was like back and forth. Kifire would take 1st place one week, 2nd place the next week, and then just go back between 1st and 2nd every week. So
we do have the gateway up top the ramp, so no Forge Fast Expand for Kifire on this map, and we do have the spawning pool going down on 15.
It was a 14 pool, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 14 pool, 14 gas. Yeah, I mean, this is a very difficult map for Protoss to go for that Forge Fast Expand. It's a very large choke. It's almost impossible to wall off with your buildings, so a lot of Protoss do opt to go for the 3-gate expand on this map instead. Does look like the probe is being poked by these drones, trying to just delay any kind of expansion timings. Does not look like Farley's ready to put down any expansion just yet.
No. Cybercore going down. It doesn't look like Kifire wants to throw a pylon down yet. Oh wait, he's circling back. But we do see 4 Zerglings on the way, so even if a pylon does go down, he's probably not going to let it finish his... Farley will be able to take care of that. Here come the 2 Zerglings, and I think this probe has seen the end of its life cycle.
Yeah, that probe is going to go down. He wanted to try and get into that base to scout a little bit more, maybe to see the gas timing, to see that Farley has not taken his drones off gas, but I think that was just a misclick. As he has now pulled 2 off gas. Still no research on the metabolic boost. Looks like he wants to just get his hatchery down first. But it does look like that is being delayed as well. 2 more gates going down for... I hear... Oh, I'm killing off the...
I was going to say, interesting choice by Farley to steal that 2nd gas, preventing any sort of starport build early on.
Yeah, actually, it's actually quite dangerous to steal a Protoss' 2nd gas, because depending on the timing that you steal their gas, you actually may force them into a 4-gate rather than a 3-gate expand, and sometimes that could prove to be quite dangerous. So it does look like Kifire is killing off his supply depot, placing a pylon down on the low ground, getting ready to do his expansion, and a lair, very fast lair here from Farley up already.
It's almost Cold Cat style play with a 1 base lair and 2 expansion.
Yeah, I mean, we did see it yesterday from a couple of from that platinum player yesterday. You know, going for that fast lair and fast mute attack. You know, so maybe Farley's looking to do the same kind of play here. Couple of Zerglings gonna move down, gonna check and see here what is going on. But he will be met by a few Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries. And it looks like Kifire is probably gonna make a little bit of a push here, a little bit of a pressure push. You do see the extra amount of Stalkers mainly because of that gas steal. He was not able to get enough gas to produce as many sentry as he would like. And that 4th gateway going down at the ramp. So this is looking like a modified 4-gate. So I'm not sure whether or not Farley had clicked on that to see if it was a gateway or a forge. You can kind of tell a little bit by the size, but here we go. Looks like the engagement will happen, and speed is just finished. 2 spine crawlers going down, and doesn't look like Kifire will be able to push into this. So he looks like he's just going to retreat home. He did force a whole nice amount of lings.
Yep.
That is a lot fewer drones than he would have wanted to produce. So
yeah, 12 Zerglings instead of 6 drones, and that's perfect because those drones would have put Farley ahead, but now it looks like Kifire with 25 probes is going to be ahead with only 22 drones for Farley.
Yeah, so Kifire here preparing his wall. Forge is down, almost finished now. And pylon is spotted by Farley, going to be able to take that out.
Baneling that's going down for Farley, along with the +1 melee upgrades in the Evo chamber.
Yeah, so looks like Farley opting to go for a Ling Bling army composition. Might possibly be throwing down a Spire sometime soon. But maybe the fast layer, he'd like to try and get a maybe some speed for the Banelings. Nice speed Baneling timing attack or something. You know, as those Banelings do very well against the Sentry if they do not get proper force fields. Now the Zerglings are preparing to run in from the back here. But Kifire just getting ready to send out some Phoenix to scout around. Now
that's a hallucinated Phoenix, I think.
Yep, 2 hallucinated Phoenix, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of looks like these Zerglings are going to make their way in now. And Kifire is going to be able to spot them and not going to be able to stop force field them, but he is able to thwart the attack. Gateway from Kifire going down behind his mineral line to prevent any kind of lings from running through. And going to throw down 2 pylons as well.
And right now, Kifire is going to know that there is no 3rd up yet for Farley, and that's actually very valuable information because right now with Farley on 2 base and Kifire on 2 base, that's going to put the Zerg player just a little bit behind in the macro game.
Yep, definitely. Another hallucinated Phoenix going to go out, get some scouting information. He just wants to see, you know, if he has made some kind of tech, and he will quite possibly see the Spire if he does get in there in time. And it does look like he's actually going to move it outwards and not going to be able to catch that. So he does not know that there's a Spire yet. However, with the high amount of Zerglings, he may just assume that Spire tech is coming. 13 drones on the way for Farley. He just wants to try and catch up with this in this count as soon as possible, and looks like he has 56 harvesters to 41 for Kifire.
Yeah, and it looks like that 3rd hatch is finally going to go down. Not at the gold, just at the safe 3rd in the back, and looks like
this Phoenix here still has not gone into the main. Looks like it will go into the main now, and it'll see the Spire just as it's popping, actually, so he will be aware that there is a Spire coming. He has clicked on it, so he does know. And so yeah, he's going to be able to prepare for Mutas, so he will throw down his Highlight Council so he can get the Blink Stalkers.
+2 upgrades, melee upgrades for Farley now coming out of the Evo chamber. Still just the 1 Evo chamber, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a second one throw down once that 3rd base really gets going. Still hasn't researched the centrifugal hooks for the Banelings, but we do have +1 armor being chrono boosted out of the Forge now for Kifire, while a Twilight Council is about 75% of the way done.
Yep, and we should expect to see Blink immediately started as soon as that Twilight Council finishes. And just a matter of time before that Blink starts. Once he has enough gas, we'll get.
Templar Archetype's going down at the natural.
Oh, okay, so he opts to go for Templar.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see him transition into Charge Lot Archon, as Archons are pretty good against Mutas.
Now, Pina, can you magic box an Archon the way you can a Thor? Because the splash, does it work the same way with a Thor from an Archon? Or?
Yes and no. The splash for a Thor is 0.5. The splash radius for an Archon is 1. So it's a lot larger for the Archon. However, the difference being that a Thor splash, it's funny because me and my brother were actually looking this up because we were trying to have this discussion the other day. A Thor splash is concentrated, meaning that all of the splash area that gets hit with the same amount of splash damage, so the full amount across the whole thing. Whereas the Archon's damage, it's only 100% for about a quarter radius, and then 50% for the like a 0.5 radius, and then the rest to the 1 radius is 33%.
Okay.
However, Archons are still pretty darn strong against mutas, so even if you magic box them, like a regular magic box, like if you look at the mutas right now, you could see the way they are, that would still hit most of those mutas. I think it hits 5 or 6 mutas depending on how they're hit, but it still does a significant amount of damage. So, and especially if there's a lot of Archons around, it's just very large splash radius.
Right.
Actually, the 4th going down for Farley, and as well as the 5th at the gold. So Farley is, not slowing down with his. It looks like a Colossus is actually hallucinated. I think that might have been a mistake, or maybe he just wants to try and. Maybe not. I was going to say fake tech, but he does have a Colossus out, so.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily fake tech, or maybe he's just trying to draw his units over there to...
Well, the mutas are going to come over and realize that it was just a mirage.
It's a trap. It does look like the mutas are going to try and swing around the back here and see what kind of damage they could do. There are a couple of cannons around the back of the mineral line, so shouldn't be too much of a worry for Kifire. And there goes some mutas, but they're going to be able to see that there are no probes to kill. And,
yeah, and there's just this ball is just so good right now for Kifire. I mean, he's got 5 High Templars, 6 Sentries, Stalkers and Zealots, and 2 Colossus, and it's just so compacted. I'd love to see some Baneling drops.
Yeah, I mean, you see the High Templars. There's about 1 storm for each High Templar right now. No double storms yet, but pretty soon one of them will be able to have 150 energy, maybe even 2 of them. So that storm is going to be pretty crucial. The storms do a very good amount of damage to the Zerglings if they hit it right. And here it looks like the Zerglings are going to move in. Baneling's going down, Storm's going down. Going to need the micro back for those. Oh, really good force fields going down to block all of those Banelings. And the mutas are going to get
huge storm on the Mutalisks.
All of those mutas. If we can look at these High Templar, 1 High Templar has 10 kills. That was just a huge amount of kills. 13, 10, and 11 for each of those Colossus. And those storms were just mint. They were just perfect storms going down. And it looks like Kifire are going to try and attack the force here as well. 76 Lings and 11 mutas out on the way. Farley says GG.
GG.